everybody. We have some new faces here, as you can see. Mr. Blaha is joining us today as the other Amy, and that is because if you watched our PSA on the skincare and skin cancer, she had some skin removed, and she has stitches, and she can't be here with us today because she's not allowed to smile.
Yeah,
Doc's orders. She can't talk much. She can't smile. So we have Tony here with us to help do Between Two Amy's. And then this guy right here is holding this poster about the Soundwall. And this is our special guest today, Jack Barksdale.
Hello.
And his mother. Tell me your name again. Clara. And Jack is going to be at the Soundwall on Wednesday. As you can see from this poster, doors open at 7 and it is $20 a ticket. And who's joining you, Jack?
Ben Danaher.
And do you know him before?
Yes.
Have
Yes.
you guys played together before?
Yes, definitely.
Awesome. So,
I did a video with him. He
Okay.
does a video called In the Back of the Van.
okay.
I did a John Prine song with him.
Oh, that's amazing. So you guys have played together. And will you be playing together on Wednesday or separately or both or all of it?
Together.
Okay,
Done a
together the
song
whole
swap.
time. Okay. Oh, I love that. That's going to be so great. So if you guys watched the podcast on the Memorial Day weekend, the Opelika Songwriter Festival, Jack was here for that. And that was your first time in Opelika, right?
Yeah. It is amazing. I love it.
I'm so glad you enjoyed it. You're amazing. I saw you. You played many venues that weekend, and I made a joke on the podcast about how it was past your bedtime on some of them because you had gone on stage at one of them for like 11 o'clock or something like that.
I believe so.
Yeah. So that's amazing. We're so happy to have him back, and Brennan, we'll bring you back on in just a minute. Why don't you have a seat right there? And there we go. Okay, Jack. So you're back in Opelika, Alabama,
I am.
and you're playing a show for the Soundwall on Wednesday. And you guys can go to the Soundwall Facebook page and look up the information, and you can buy tickets. I think you do it online and also at the door.
Yes.
Okay. So Jack, you were here for the Memorial Day weekend, and you had a great time.
Yes.
And now you're back, and you go all over though, don't you?
Pretty much.
And you're from Texas.
I am. I love Texas.
You love Texas.
What part of Texas?
Fort Worth.
Fort Worth area.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it there.
Awesome. And you are, tell everybody how old you are.
I'm 12 years old.
You're 12 years old. Were you 11 in May when you were here? Okay, so you had a birthday since then. When's your birthday?
June 28th.
And what does someone like you do for his birthday?
Well,
What'd you do?
I opened for some of my heroes. So,
Oh, tell us more about that. Who are your heroes?
it was Bruce Robinson and Kelly Willis.
Awesome. And where was that?
It was at the Halton Theater in Fort Worth. It was amazing.
You are amazing.
Bruce Robinson is a songwriter, and he's married to another Texas singer that I've been listening to since junior high.
Oh,
And
that's
so I was having to try really hard not to just
Just
fangirl
lose it,
over
yeah.
them. Yeah. But Bruce is a prolific songwriter, and he's written a lot of like songs for George Strait.
Oh, amazing.
He wrote "Traveling Soldier" that the Dixie Chicks did. Like he's a prolific songwriter, and so we had decided that Jack wasn't going to have a gig on his birthday, and he was just going to hang out. And,
Right.
But then the offer came in, and so we asked Jack.
couldn't
He's like,
pass it
yeah,
up, could
definitely,
you?
We'll do that. Yeah.
So
And so he even got to play a song with Bruce. They played a song together.
That's
Yeah.
during
great.
Jack's
Had you
set.
met him before that? Or
I have, because we go over to the merch table every time we see him.
Okay, so you so as a fan you were able to meet him, but this time was different. You got to
Little
meet
bit,
him and
yes.
play with him. Yes,
Yeah, it
a
was
little bit.
fun.
That's a great birthday. I would say that would be hard to break that record right there.
It was pretty awesome.
That's great. Okay, so you love to write songs as well,
Yes, I
right?
do.
Is that more of your passion than playing, or is it
Just about the same.
about the same for you? And you play, how many instruments do you play?
I have no idea. A lot.
All of them? A lot? Tony, how many instruments do you play?
I mean, two. I could play two.
Two? And what two do you play?
Just a little guitar and the drums.
Oh.
And yeah.
I've been
Not
wanting
as
to learn to
talented.
play drums.
So you
Wow.
haven't conquered the drums yet?
No, I
Something. There you go, Tony.
Got you. Got you. So I've got my guitar with me, but I didn't bring it because he's amazing at playing guitar. I was like, I'm just gonna leave my guitar in.
I told you I brought my recorder so we can
Oh,
do
boy.
a little jam session,
Oh,
if you
wow.
want. I'm kidding. I have no idea how to play this. This is actually this guy's right here from like what, kindergarten or something?
Like third grade.
Third grade when you have to go to school. Did you skip those classes in school? Like you're
Well,
in
I'm
music school.
homeschooled.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that was one of my questions. So you're homeschooled.
I'm
Okay.
homeschooled because it would be impossible to do all this traveling without
Right.
being homeschooled.
Okay.
You're
But
absolutely right.
he actually went to public school for kindergarten.
Okay.
And Jack had already asked me for guitar lessons at that point.
Before then.
But I had kind of put him off a little bit. His hands were small and we
Yeah.
just hadn't found the right opportunity. But his kindergarten music teacher got me aside during an open house and said, "Do you know that he has perfect pitch?" I'm
Wow.
like, well, I'm tone deaf. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I know he loves music and he wants to learn to play an instrument. And do you
Right.
have any recommendations? And she actually is the one that got us into
Oh,
the
wow, that's
school music
amazing.
program, got us into the first lessons that he took, actually playing fiddle at first.
Yeah.
And then at 7, he said, fiddle is fine, but I want to play guitar. And
Let's move on at
it's
7.
yeah.
That's
And so
incredible.
he's been in love
All
with
of
the
his life.
guitar. Yeah.
So Jack, you're probably too young to remember because you've been playing and you've loved music for so long. But is there what's your first memory of when you were like, music? That's what I want to do. That's me. It's ingrained in me. That's what I want to be and do.
I never really thought of that
Yeah.
until I played my first show, but whenever in preschool I would think what I wanted to do. For some reason I would always see myself on stage. I don't know why.
Okay, you were already feeling the music. It was in you, and you wanted to
just
be on
always
stage
saw
and
myself
perform.
I don't know why. And then I played guitar and I loved it. And I played a picker circle in Lukenbach.
It
was
Where
kind
is
of a-
Lukenbach?
Lukenbach is in Texas.
Oh, okay.
Willie
I'm
Nelson has a song about
Yeah,
it.
Willie Nelson, Waylon Jennings.
Okay,
Yeah,
Lukenbach. Got it.
yeah, Lukenbach. It's a really cool place. And I had my guitar out to take a picture in front of the Lukenbach sign. And one of the workers said, "Hey, are you gonna go to the picker circle?" I'm like, "What is that?"
And how old were you when this was happening?
9.
That was when you were 9.
Yeah, and so I just went and I played a Johnny Cash song.
Which one was it?
It was "Give My Love to Rose."
Oh,
and then we
amazing.
had to leave, so they were giving me one more song. My parents thought I only had one song though. But I
surprise your parents
just,
with it?
I had just written a song.
At 9?
It was
Brendan, you need to
was-
step up your game.
it was one of my first goodish songs. So I played it and
And everybody was just wowed.
eh,
Oh, I'm sure
hope-
that they
I hope they
were.
Wait, what is most of your songs about?
I don't know. I just write a bunch of made up sad songs.
Oh,
Made up sad
okay,
songs.
because this is my thing. So I write some music too. None of it's any good, but it's usually when I'm all heartbroken and everything. But I'm 32, so I have some experience with the old heartbreak and stuff. But you're kind of young, so have ladies already been like breaking your heart or what?
No.
Okay, all right, we got that out there. Okay, so I was just wondering what the motivation was, like, because I listened to your stuff is really, really good, but I was like, man. So I just was wondering how you get the inspiration to write.
My first girlfriend is my guitar.
Ah,
There you go, Mom.
keep
That's
it that
good
way.
answer.
Keep it that way.
Yeah.
And he listens to songwriter type musicians.
Gotcha.
And I feel like that's
What's inspired him and influenced?
definitely.
Yeah.
Most, mostly Towns Van Zandt and Guy Clark. Those are the first people that I'm like, ooh, those are really good lines. I want
Yeah.
to write like that.
Okay, so those inspired your lyrical inspiration were from those songwriters.
Like,
Well, and Jack's always liked stories. Stories have always, even when he first really got into music, he would like to hear the story behind the
Behind
music.
it.
And so, we would drive to preschool and he's like, I want to hear All Along the Watchtower by Jimi Hendrix.
Oh, so you weren't singing The Wheels on the Bus Go Round and Round?
I'm sure it was. I don't remember.
Then he's like, well, that's not, Jimi Hendrix didn't write that song. Bob Dylan wrote that song. And who was Bob Dylan hanging out with? And like, where?
Wow.
And
so Mom, you had to learn a lot of stuff too, right?
Which was fascinating.
Yeah.
To be able to learn those things and then
be able to pass
your child about them. And, and now he teaches me. Now he's like, no, Mom, that was a cover. And
wow.
I'm like, oh, cool.
So what all, like, was it genre of music do you listen to? Do you play? Do you just do everything, whatever sounds good? Or what, do you have like a style that you stick with?
I love Americana.
Okay.
A lot of like Townes Van Zandt, that kind of stuff. And then I also love the blues.
Mm-hmm.
I really love the blues.
Yes. Yeah. Ooh. I love it.
Yeah, all that finger picking blues.
Yep. Stuff I don't know what to do.
I love that.
Jacket.
Country.
Yeah.
Like Johnny Cash.
Yeah.
Marty Robbins, the Carter Family.
Yeah.
You've got an old soul, my dear. That's amazing. So, like, does a lot of it seems to just come very natural to you?
Oh.
Did you really have to take a lot of lessons, or it just
I
took off easily?
Well, no, because when I first started, I thought I was gonna be doing, and then I'm like struggling to play. And it was just really.
It was the style for you.
It was really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And there was about a year where learning the basic chords and it wasn't super fun. And
Right.
It was one of those things where I like, hey, you have a lesson coming up tomorrow. Have you practiced yet?
Right.
And then as it started, after about a year, as it started to really come together for him, and I think he started, like, his fingers kind of learned what to do, and he realized that he could hear things
Yes.
and then play them. And
Incredible.
then it just was where
It all kind of clicked after that. A little bit of lesson and natural talent.
And it was never like, Jack, have you practiced? It's like, Jack, can you put down the guitar
Can you
for a
be
minute
quiet
and
for just a second?
Listen to what and we have a 16-year-old daughter as
Yes.
well, and so they'll be sitting in the living room watching movies, and Jack's just sitting with his guitar playing along to the soundtrack that's on the movie, and she's like, that is not
Right.
proper movie watching etiquette, like that you're gonna play.
She hates it when I play harmonica in the car. She hates. She hates the really sharp sound of the harmonica. She doesn't like loud noise.
So you guys are kind of different. Little opposites there.
So I like to play harmonica along to the radio in the car, and she hates it.
Who's your favorite harmonica player?
Alan Wolf.
Okay, see, I'm not even sure who that is. Do you know who that
I have no
is?
clue.
He's
Okay, tell us more.
he's a blues player,
Okay.
and I think he died in 73 or 76,
Oh, okay.
something like that. And his guitar player is Hubert Sumlin, which is pretty much my guitar playing hero.
Awesome.
And then Howlin' Wolf wrote Smokestack Lightning.
Oh. Dun,
Oh, smokestack lightning, shine just like gold. That song.
I love it.
Oh, this
Yes,
is
I
so
do know
awesome.
that song.
This is
I know.
so awesome. Like, oh my
Tony's
gosh.
like, whew.
Oh yeah, I can just listen to it all night long.
So
That's
Hubert,
like the win.
Hubert Sumlin has, like, on that Howlin' Wolf's Spoonful. I don't know, he plays a lot of the riffs that I learned before I heard of Hubert Sumlin, which is kind of weird, but
Well, because you'd heard him throughout.
But
you know.
so much
Yeah.
blues is based off what Howlin' Wolf
Does.
did. And
Yeah.
so
like the Rolling Stones and I think Eric Clapton at
One of my
point
favorites.
got Hubert Sumlin on stage because Hubert Sumlin was all their heroes.
Right.
And I think Howlin' Wolf did one TV show in America, and it was because the Rolling Stones got him on there.
Amazing.
Because that Rolling Stones were actually a blues band.
Before?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I bet there's not a lot of people who know that.
I'm learning a
they
lot.
actually
Yes.
got their name from a Muddy Waters song.
Oh.
Which
Yeah,
I didn't
Rolling
Jack taught me
Stone.
that.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Wow. speechless.
Yeah.
Does music run in the family?
It does not.
It does
No,
not.
Like I said, I'm tone deaf.
Right. I know, because
and-
I don't know a lot of musical terms. I know you do,
Not that
but I mean
much.
he's talking and I'm going. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So we love music. My husband and
Yes.
I love music, and we were avid fans, and would take the kids to live music.
Yes.
That had no ability to play, and so
The same style music or different style music?
my husband was more of a '90s grunge, like Nirvana, Pearl
Yes.
Jam, and I was more of like old school country or songwriters like Lucinda Williams, Willie Nelson,
Yeah.
that type of.
Music.
That type of music.
Right.
Although, as we started listening to each other's music, we realized that we both liked songwriters. And,
Right.
And there was an authenticity to both types of music that we really enjoyed. And so we kind of meshed ours together, and Jack then took us
Formed.
totally different
Yeah.
places than we ever knew that we
Nice.
could go. And teaches us, like I said, I didn't know how the Rolling Stones got
Got their name.
until
Right.
Jack told me, oh yeah, that's from a Muddy Water.
And where do you get all your information from?
Well, I listen to a lot of live albums.
Okay, and so they talk.
They talk in between the songs. Every now and then I'll see an article on the few times I'm on my iPad.
Yeah,
you know.
and read some.
Or I listen to Spotify a lot, and
Okay.
they usually have a little about the artist.
Yes. And so you take all of that in. You sit and read
And
all
the
of that.
related artist.
Yeah,
He
related
really
artist.
found that
Yeah. And I actually found the blues through Nirvana. Actually, we were listening to their live album.
Unplugged?
Unplugged. TV Unplugged.
Yep.
And
so good.
they did In
That
the
is.
Pines, which is
Oh, that's a good song.
Leadbelly, which is an old blues player.
Okay.
Leadbelly did that song and kind of made it famous before Nirvana really made it
Well, I'm
famous.
going to have to look that up because I like that
Yeah,
song.
Kurt
I know that
Cobain was
song.
a huge Lead
Yeah,
Belly fan.
and it
Okay.
was Leadbelly wrote Goodnight Irene,
Okay.
and he wrote a lot of great songs.
Your intelligent level this stuff is like we are here trying to process it, and you're like way up here. It's so impressive. I'm
Thank
learning
you.
so much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, they did In the Pines, and they talked about Leadbelly.
Okay.
And then, so I just kind of kept that name in my brain for a little bit.
Yeah.
And then, for my birthday one year, musician around Fort Worth, I think he just moved to Nashville, but his name is Tommy Luke.
Okay.
He had this 1967 Gibson, and he kind of, it was too small for him to play. That his fingers wouldn't really fit in the frets anymore. Because it was a parlor guitar. And so he's like, who will use this? Jack will. It's his birthday. So he gave it to
Perfect.
me.
That is
So
amazing. Is it?
that-
I don't know which
It's
guitar.
not-
This is not it.
it's
Okay.
not-
We don't
this is a
travel with
secret.
that
With that one. Okay.
Yeah, I don't want to mess that one up.
No.
I just keep it at home. But then I kind of thought of Leadbelly again after I got that guitar, and I started listening to Leadbelly. Then I went to the related artists and found all the blues.
Awesome.
Kinda how
That's how
happened.
that started for you. Okay, so before you play something for us, because we want to definitely hear you, tell us about what tomorrow night again. Let's say the Soundwall, right? Is it just one night, or are you guys doing a couple of
just
things?
one night.
Just one night. And where do you guys go after that? Like, how often are you traveling?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like, how much are you on the road? Do you have like favorite states, favorite spots, all
You
that
can
kind of
answer
stuff?
the favorite, and I can give the calendar, because usually I keep
I
up
got the
with
schedule.
calendar.
Mom's got the
Yeah.
schedule. I got
We
you.
actually just came from Philadelphia,
Okay.
Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Oh, okay.
Philadelphia, Mississippi. I don't know why I couldn't think of Mississippi.
That's okay.
The Neshoba
For-
County Fair.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a really big fair.
Okay.
And they have music, and I played it with a guy named Arnold Boyce, who's a really good blues player.
Amazing. And where do you go after this? So you just came from Mississippi.
I have no idea.
Mom, where are we going
headed
after
back
this?
to Texas.
Okay.
There's a listening room outside of Austin, in between Austin and Houston, called the Bugle Boy, and he's playing with another one of his musical friends
Wonderful.
there, and so they have a show there on Saturday.
Okay, so Mom, how often are you guys on the road?
It depends. We've done a couple. have been kind of using out-of-state ones and trying to kind of anchor a run. We didn't really know how it would work and how much Jack would enjoy it or not enjoy it. And so when we came out actually for the Opelika Songwriter,
Yes.
that was one of the first ones where we built in several things. And so we came to Opelika, and then we headed up to Knoxville, and he played on a radio show up there.
Awesome.
Then we went through Nashville, and he played at the Bluebird Cafe.
Oh, no
Riders
way.
Round.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And then I
People-
think and then we went to Baton Rouge, and he played in Baton Rouge, and then we ended up in Dallas. And so it ended up,
Just made a.
it was, I think, about 5 states in 12 days.
Oh my goodness.
And so it was kind of our test run to see if Jack enjoyed it, if it
Right.
could bore him out. And
Yeah, and are you liking it? Is it?
I
is
love it.
Is it?
that,
is it-
Oh, so he
as
just
we were
lit
driving
up.
home from Dallas at the end of those 12 days, my husband and I are exhausted.
I bet.
And I'm like, Jack, did you enjoy this? Do you
Right.
want to do this again? Is it too much? Should we? He's like, can we do this all the time?
Oh, yeah.
So,
Year
so we
round.
decided to build another one to come, and we're excited that the Soundwall
Good.
had something and we could come because we fell in love with Opelika in Auburn.
Great.
We had never. I'll confess, my husband went to LSU,
Oh, okay.
and so like I've seen some SEC
Sure, yes,
campuses,
yes.
and we kind of had a sports prenup when we got married that I promised to cheer for. I went to a non-football college,
Okay.
so I promised to cheer for LSU.
LSU, yeah.
And most things, but after we were here for the Opelika Songwriters Festival, my daughter and I both confessed. Auburn was our favorite SEC campus we had seen so far. We just really loved
Yes.
the Twin City part of it, and just the community and the people. We fell in love
Fantastic.
with it. And what y'all are doing in the downtown
Yes.
of Opelika
Yes.
is amazing. We just ate at
Opelika.
Nippers
Yes.
before we came here.
Good.
But it's
Yeah.
really fun. And so anytime we can go to a place like that where we
And come
just
back.
enjoy the people and it's fun and Jack can play
Fantastic.
music.
Yeah,
It's a
everybody
bonus
wins,
for all
right?
of us,
Oh,
yeah.
that's great. People, it happens that a lot of people, they'll come to Auburn for some reason and then they always love to come back. I mean, everybody goes to college there. They move away, but they almost always come back. I mean,
And that Ben Danaher, who's playing with Jack, he's out of Nashville, but he's good friends with Adam Hood, who is
Yes.
from Opelika.
Yes.
And actually, Ben was
Love
going
some
to
Adam
stay with
Hood.
Adam's mom
oh, great.
when he comes into town.
I was going to
So-
ask to see because you were
Fantastic.
and he was there, man.
Yeah.
I love some.
That's
Yes.
it. That's who played all the bars around when
Yeah.
I was
Oh.
in
I
school.
played the sneak and dawdle here
Yes.
with him.
Awesome.
For the
The songwriters?
Songwriter Fest.
Yeah.
Yes. I love Adam Hood.
Yeah.
I think we.
In college, like he was coming up, played at this place called the Duck. And
Oh, the duck.
well, it's not there anymore, but man, like
Good memories.
good old
Yeah.
sounds.
He's
'cause-
so good, and he's good friends with a lot of the Texas songwriters in
Yep.
our area.
Yep.
Jason
And he comes-
Eady and Courtney
Yep.
Patton.
Mhm.
Comes
and
and plays in Texas a lot.
So we get
He's
to
in
see-
Texas more.
Then
I think
yeah.
90% of the time. I was looking. I'm like, is he gonna? No, not this.
He's
month.
in
Not-
Texas.
Not this month. I guess I gotta go to Texas. Now.
Yeah.
I got 2 reasons to go
Yes,
now.
come to
Golly.
Texas.
Mm.
And it is very much like they're making, it seems like, music a community here. And that's
Yes.
really what we experienced with some of the players that Jack,
And-
when he played at the Irish Bread
Pub. Yep.
it was with Katie Martin and I forgot the other man's name off the top of my head, but they were local. And
Right.
it was so much fun to get to watch them.
Yes.
Oh, Jenna McClellan was who
That's
you
it.
played with. And getting to see all the local musicians interact and that it's a community. When we see that as parents, we love to bring Jack
Right.
back into those
Communities,
situations
yeah.
Yeah.
because it's great
Yes.
to see musicians lifting each
Well,
other up. and-
we had Martha's Trouble on
Yes,
with
yeah.
for that weekend, and it was something that hadn't been done ever, like particularly a songwriters festival,
Right.
and so it was so amazing to. It was so amazing for them to put something together like that as quickly and have it be so successful. Everybody loved it, and it was
Yeah.
so. We're already looking forward to them doing it again next year. We're
We
ready
are
to.
too.
Yes, good. All right, so let's not wait any longer. You're over there just itching. Your mom's having to tap you on the shoulder, like, hey, go ahead and just. It doesn't matter what you play. Like it is beautiful.
Do you want to hear blues or songwriter?
Let me ask Brennan. What would you like to hear? What kind of blues or a song of like something you wrote?
Yeah.
Both of them
Well,
will
both.
be ones he wrote.
Both will be okay.
Like this kind of. Or.
Do the different styles.
Blues.
Yeah.
Blues.
Let's do blues.
Can you tune up real fast?
Yeah.
Well, like his tuning, he plays everywhere, and we talked about this earlier. He played at the Floribama,
Yes.
and we were asking about how that experience was. And
Right.
I heard it went pretty well.
It
That's
was good. And he's actually going to be back in that area in November.
Okay.
I don't think they've announced it yet, but they've mentioned it a couple of times on Jack's things that he's posting. There's a songwriter festival there
Yep.
called the Frank Brown. And
That is
he
big,
is
too.
he is going to be playing that this
yeah,
year.
that'd be a
so
lot
we'll
of
be back
fun.
at that.
There'll be
Awesome.
all kinds of songwriters there.
Yes.
It's a really cool event. It's a reason to go to the beach in November or whatever.
Right.
Right.
And it's like 10 days and 2 weekends.
Oh,
and
wow.
The Floribama listening room part does an open mic.
Mm-hmm.
Every day of the festival at like 2 o'clock,
Yeah.
and so
Perfect.
you have to get there and get on the list because it fills
Oh,
up.
man.
But
Wow.
it's
Since
a
I'm
cool-
not
Come
good,
on,
I just have
Tony.
to go to the old open mic. Get there first.
that's what Jack played last year was the open
No,
mic.
nobody
and-
wants to
yeah.
hear nothing else.
And it was, but it's a really cool experience.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It is really a lot
And
of
it's the
fun.
beach.
Yeah,
you
for
know,
sure.
even if it's cold,
It's beautiful.
the beach.
It's still
fun.
beautiful.
I was
Yeah.
actually wearing my Floribama shirt yesterday.
And-
Nice. Yeah, that Floribama's been around a really long time. So, okay, you ready? You tuned up?
Sure.
All right, let's go.
Well, this is one I wrote called
Okay.
I Haven't Had the Blues Yet.
Okay.
It's one of my only true songs.
Okay.
I haven't had the blues yet. I haven't had the blues yet. I'm on that night going out to town. Nobody's trying to get me down. All of my friends are still around. True love I haven't met. I haven't had the blues yet. There's a man I know. He has no bed, no home. Says he wishes he was me. Not have to worry about the money. I haven't had the blues yet. I haven't had the blues yet. I'm on that night going on town. Nobody's trying to get me down. All my friends are still around. True love I haven't met. I haven't had the blues yet. There's a girl I met. She has no parents. She said she wishes she had my life. Where you
Man!
Jack.
Golly! That was so good! Oh my gosh!
I'm looking at your fingers. I mean, I don't even know. I'm not musical at all. I love music, but you are just so inspirational. It's incredible. What a prodigy.
I mean, I was
Seriously.
gonna go back to work. Now I'm gonna go YouTube
Right,
on how
what
to
do you-
actually play guitar because I don't know how to play.
Yeah.
Compared to that, well, man, that was great. That
Come sit right
was
here.
amazing.
So, did you have any questions for Jack? He was, this is his first time being on the podcast with me, and he was so excited and I think inspired by someone his age doing all of this. And I didn't know while you were sitting back there if maybe you had some questions you wanted to ask him.
Have you ever played on America's Got Talent?
No.
Wow.
I have not. I don't know, maybe. Probably not.
You should.
Yes.
Well,
should
and
play.
that's one thing that his dad and I were able to kind of step in because he started playing shows at 9.
Mm-hmm.
So, and again, not in the music business, so we were able to just go in really quickly and make a blanket rule that he's not going to do any contests
Okay.
right now.
Yeah.
But like while we're in charge,
Mhm.
because he's was started at 9, now he's
Yeah.
12. But we want it to be fun.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
we want him to love music for why he loves it and not what someone we don't want that in his head
No,
yet.
I
And
totally
so
get it.
and so we let him
Yeah.
just go and hang out and play with friends and
He probably won't have to do any contests or anything.
No,
it's
I
just
mean-
gonna go.
well, and they're awesome.
Blow up.
It's fun to watch, but it's just something that like that was really like after every show we asked, was
Yeah.
it fun?
Yeah.
Are you still having fun?
It was
Yeah,
fun,
yeah.
and you know what was your favorite thing?
Right.
And it's for us that's important that
Sure.
it's that it be fun and he stay
Has
a
to
nice
be.
kid, and as long as
Yes.
it's fun and he stays a nice kid, we'll take him
Ooh, you gotta
wherever
stay
we
nice.
can.
Seems like
But now if he
good.
turns into a punk,
Ah.
we might still take you places.
Wait, so do you have any groupies or like, do you have any ladies following your little tour bus around or anything?
Not that I know of.
Not yet. Oh, you better start looking. All right, they're gonna be
I hopefully
coming.
don't have any stalkers.
Oh,
No, I don't.
no, you're man. You don't understand. I'm really, really impressed. Like, I mean, I'm nobody
Thank
to say I'm impressed, but I am very impressed. That was really good.
Thank you.
So, besides guitar, Jack, what else do you like to play? We would love to hear a little harmonica if it's in the backpack. Would you mind?
No,
Okay.
I'll do it.
Hey, Wells, how are we on time? Okay. So here, I don't want to.
If you just hand it over here, it's
Here, Mom.
heavy.
It's really heavy.
Hey, besides music, does anything else interest you? Not
Video
professionally. I'm talking about like in general. Like,
Yeah, I like to do magic tricks sometimes.
okay.
He's a performer. All things performing.
Catch butterflies, ride my bike.
Okay.
Hot Wheels. Likes Hot Wheels.
Do you build
Catching some
Legos?
butterflies.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
He likes to shoot his sister with Nerf guns.
Oh yeah, that's a very
You know,
normal boy thing. to
Little
do.
brother
Yeah.
things.
Yes.
Do you want to do you want to just play a little bit just without the guitar?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. I don't know which ones are in here. We'll let you.
The harmonica to me is like one of the most interesting little instruments because could you even like how does it work? What is in the harmonica that makes it work? I don't even know.
Inside there's this little golden thing.
Yes.
You can kind of see it a little bit.
Yes.
It's a little golden thing, and when the air goes through it, it makes a noise.
So it just vibrates.
then
Just
when-
vibrates like a little.
When you suck
Uh-huh.
instead of blow, it makes a different noise. So
Okay. That's it.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, so
Go. Keep going.
Well-
Keep going. did you learn how to play the harmonica?
Well, I listened to Sirius XM, Tom Petty Radio.
Okay, I gotta start writing this down.
Take notes, Tony.
YouTube isn't working
So because
for me.
And I would just go through and find which harmonica I needed, because there are
There's different kinds.
there are different keys.
Okay.
Like there are different chords on the guitar,
Right.
and there are different chords that sound good together and different chords that don't sound good together.
Okay. Wow.
On the harmonica, they have it to where you blow anywhere to make a chord, it'll sound good.
Okay.
So they can't have certain notes on it.
Okay.
So these are the other ones where they do have the certain notes.
Oh my
For
goodness! I
other
had no idea that there was.
Oh,
all
that's
kinds
where I
of
went wrong.
harmonicas.
See, I bought a harmonica
And
and
it
it wasn't
wasn't the
sounding
right
right. It was
one.
because I had the wrong one. That was 100%. I had the wrong one.
And so we got harmonicas. Jack had expressed an interest and
Right.
talked to a harmonica player in Fort Worth about which kinds,
Yeah.
like
you should get.
some questions and things like that. His name's Gary Grammer, and he's a Fort Worth harmonica player. And Jack walked on after he had talked with Gary, and I'm like, "Hey Gary, what kind of harmonica should I buy
Right.
for Jack?" And he's like, "Don't buy him any, because next time I see him, he'll have a full set of what he needs."
Stop.
And
What
so
a great
he-
story.
Yeah, and so he gave Jack a whole set of them, and Jack got to sit in the back and drive his sister crazy in the car, figuring out how to play the right
Yes.
type of harmonica with
Yeah.
different songs.
And it has 2 extra holes so you can put different ones. This one is missing because it's in my backpack. I have
Okay.
it in the harmonica holder that you put
On your shoulders.
so that you can play it with your guitar.
But we did
So,
learn, and I would say to anyone out there who wants to learn to play harmonica, that like I would have just gone and bought like the $20
Yeah.
harmonica. Don't do that.
Okay.
Go to Guitar Center or wherever you can buy and buy like the $40 ones.
Okay.
Jack was getting all lightheaded trying to play the cheap one, and we
Because
realized
there's
that there
many,
so much air escapes
to-
from it.
okay.
It's actually really worth it to just go
And get the nicer.
get
more-
the
Yeah.
$40 one
Golly.
and
Now everybody on my Instagram is gonna have to see me
You're gonna
fail
have to
on
try.
stupid
Come on.
harmonica for the next 2 months.
You can do it, Tony. Watch his videos.
Oh,
You can do it.
Alright.
But yeah, and so I bought a couple more, like a Suzuki
Okay.
harmonica. This is a B flat, I believe. This is a Honer
What a-
harmonica.
A Honer? Is that
Yeah.
just a brand?
Yeah,
okay,
it's a brand. It's an F harmonica. This is my. This set that this box is supposed to be for is for Honer Special 20s.
Okay.
Which is a certain kind of. This is just normal
Okay.
blues harp, and then these are Special 20s. It's my C.
Yeah.
and I had
I know.
no idea you play different
I didn't know that
the
either.
different keys, but also you play different
Yeah.
ones with different types of
Well, I've been
music.
on like a
White spot would
90s
be my
country
A.
kick lately, and I need to figure out what harmonica they were
Is that
using for
straight or
like
cross?
Brooks and Dunn and stuff
They would
because
probably be using straight harp, which is when you. The key that you're looking for is when you blow.
okay,
So whatever key the song is in, you
Uh-huh.
would take that harmonica out.
Okay.
got
Do you
it.
know the 145?
No.
Nah. Well, it's like G, C, D, A.
Oh yeah,
D-
yeah. I know that.
How the one that's 145.
Okay, all right.
So-
I'm learning.
So if you're in A, you would use D and E.
Okay, yeah, I understand that.
So that's the 145.
Okay.
So you would use your 4 harp, which would be if you were in G, it would be your C harp.
Got it.
If
You got
were
it.
in A,
No,
No, I actually know. I actually
And that's
finally
called
am understanding.
Cross harp?
no, that's called straight harp.
Okay,
Oh
straight.
wait, no, that is called cross harp.
Okay.
If you,
There, Mom.
if you take your 4 harp,
Okay.
and then if you take the 1, which would be the key it's in,
Uh huh.
then you would be playing straight harp.
Got it. Okay. I'm gonna remember this.
Because
100%.
when you're playing cross harp, like this is a G harmonica, so I would be playing D if I were to play blues on it, which is because you have to suck in for the chord.
Right.
That's the wrong side. Because this is G when you blow in,
Right.
and you would have your 5 when you're sucking in.
Got it. No, I'm actually
then-
legit
Learning all
learning
this.
it. Yeah.
So then that would be
So
your
cool.
key, and then you can play your 4. And then there's no 5 on there, So you just have to play the note.
All right.
It's like
I'm
another
I'm
language.
getting it. I'm getting one, and I'm gonna learn boot scoot and boogie this
There you
week,
go.
and it's gonna be awesome.
Boogie's good one. All right, Jack, you want to close us out with a song?
Sure.
So what we'll do is, well, as you put on there, this is going to post actually, you're going to be watching this on a Tuesday, and Jack is
Going
going to
up
be here
on a Tuesday.
playing on Wednesday at the Soundwall. So get your tickets. You want to hold up that sign while he plays. It has the information on it. You're going to have posters
We will
there.
have posters, yes. And
Y'all-
if you mention between two
show?
Amy's,
Yes.
then I'll give you a free poster at the show.
Get you one. What?
Okay, Jack, let's play us out with something. Whatever you pick.
Okay, I'm gonna do a songwriter one. Do you want one that I just recently wrote, or is on the new album?
Ooh, more recent than the new album?
Yes, more
Okay.
recent.
Recently,
Let's do that
yeah,
one.
recently.
Recent-
read.
He
okay.
wants the newest
So
one. Let's do
I've
it.
got 3 of them I gotta pick.
What are they about?
Oh,
I've got one about $100 bill,
Okay.
one that's called "Come to Me."
Okay.
It's kind of really sad. And one's called "Man in the Shadows," which is also pretty
very
sad.
Let's do not sad.
let's do not say. I agree.
Because I play enough of those. So.
Because he was real
We'll do
life.
$100 bill because I'm real life sad and all that like that.
You can
Yeah.
tell them why you wrote $100.
Yeah, let's do $100 bill. I like that.
I play lead guitar for a guy named Guthrie Kennard at a place in Fort Worth every other Sunday.
What place?
Fred's.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's just a little burger joint, and
Yeah.
it's really fun to play with Guthrie. So he came. I was setting up my stuff, and he came in and said, "I just played a show and played a song I wrote about pennies, and people started throwing pennies on stage."
I like where this is going.
And I said we should write a song about $100 bills.
$100 bill.
What?
So I wrote a song about $100 bills.
And has anybody
Perfect.
thrown any $100 bills yet?
Yeah, they have.
Okay.
You are in the wrong biz, Tony.
Oh
Get
my gosh.
I've got $100 bill in my pocket, got it there. Get tonight, I'm ready to rock it. Come home tonight after the show, got another $100 bill, I'm ready to go. Oh, you know Ben Franklin isn't my best friend. I saw him yesterday, today I'll see him again. 'Cause tonight I got an opening slot at the new venue. Heard every ticket's been bought. Tonight I'll go out and drink my liquor. This tab just keeps getting bigger and bigger. Wait until about closing time, paying $100 bills, move on down the line. I've got a resonator and a Vox AC30. Together they sound so nice and dirty. Soft tone style. Give me a tip. It was $100 bill stained with lipstick. I've got $100 bill in my pocket. Got a 3-hour gig tonight. I'm ready to rock it. Come home tonight after the show. Got another $100 bill. I'm ready to go.
Jack,
Oh!
I've been so delightful.
Golly.
You're probably brighten people's lives and you don't even realize you're doing it.
Yes. Yes.
So
Thank you.
I feel so very lucky to meet you and be with you and listen to you.
Yeah.
And we thank you so much for coming to the show. You're a
This is
natural.
awesome.
You're
Thanks for
amazing.
having us.
Thank you for coming.
Yes.
We love y'all, and you're welcome in Auburn, Opelika anytime. I'm sure
Yeah,
everybody
for
feels
sure.
the exact same way.
Thank you.
And we hope, and next time you come by or you come through town, you let us know. We'd love to see you again, and maybe we can make it out Wednesday night to come see you.
Awesome.
I'd
Yeah.
love to come see you. Date? Mother-son date? Wednesday?
No.
No. I think I can talk him into it. That'd be fun.
Awesome.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Yep, that's great. I would say
Tony,
I would
weren't
love
you
to
glad to
play
be
one
on?
day, but I'll just have to help you like load in and load out all your equipment. That's about the best I could probably do. But I'm really good at setting up stuff, so I mean,
Remember that.
I do go to Texas sometimes, quite a bit.
Come on
So yeah,
Oh, that would be cool. Yeah. Can I come in your suitcase? Just
yeah.
put
Come
me
on.
in there.
Come on, you gotta get you some cool
Good.
boots. He's
Okay.
got cool boots.
Those are cool boots.
He's got
I
cool
think you
boots.
can
Listen,
You got Texas. Set them up there.
Yeah.
That looks like the Texas
You gotta
flag
get some
almost.
cool boots on.
Yeah.
You can come out there.
Get me some boots.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. Okay, Tony, I bet you're pretty happy that this was one you got to sit in on.
Yeah, I mean, look, hey, I feel for Amy, the
Yeah.
other Amy, but at the same time, like,
Not too sad about
yeah,
how
oh
I'm
well,
feeling.
oh well, yeah, for sure. This has been awesome. I think I gotta go back to work and just don't even want to now. I just want to listen to music. I just want to like play my guitar, but I gotta make money. So
$100 bills.
Oh, man.
Just write a song about $100 bills.
I know.
All right, Jack. Well, thanks for coming. We wish you the very best, and I know you'll be big. We'll see your name on all kinds of billboards.
For
Okay.
sure.
Yes.
All right. Thanks, guys. Go
Thank
on out
y'all.
Wednesday and support Jack.
Yeah, y'all go see him.